Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Bert the Stormtrooper and this is the home of That's Just Prime, the comprehensive Optimus Prime review series. I also review other Transformers, lots of G1 stuff, as well as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Ghostbusters, GoBots, and pretty much any other toy that may jump out at me. If you're new to the channel, thanks for checking me out. Please be sure to click that subscribe button and don't forget to give me a thumbs up and share if you like what you see. Hello and welcome, I'm Bert the Stormtrooper, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Voyager class Rhinox, and I love this toy. Released in the summer of 2021, he is brand new and hitting store shelves right now as of the time of this recording. It is a Voyager class figure and retails for approximately $30. I found mine on the shelf in the wild at my local Target. So here we have Rhinox with most of everything he comes included with, and I'll get into that in just a moment. Let's start with the box. Here we have the Kingdom packaging that we've gotten so used to. And again, I really like these Kingdom packaging. Other than the fact that they come packed in robot mode, I really miss the days of Transformers coming packed in their alternate mode. But other than that, just the artwork, the way we have, in this case, Rhinox depicted here in both the robot and the Rhino mode looks really, really cool. We got that smaller window with that Cybertronian, kind of that golden, almost evoking of the Arc background there that they give them for these figures. I really like that a lot. On the side here, we've got that Kingdom artwork, and then along the back, we've got product shots of Rhinox. Let me try and get it clear off, both in his Rhino and in his robot mode, and we can see the two weapons right there. And there's something to be said about those, but they are actually tucked in and put away inside of the Rhino mode, which I think is really, really neat. We'll set the box off to the side. Rhinox also comes included with his sheet of instructions, and you're definitely going to want to read through these. We'll get into that in just a second. And of course, it comes with a card. These are all randomly packed. In my case, I got Dinobot. And then if we peel back the sticker for Dinobot, we see actually, is that Dinobot? No. Yeah, that is Dinobot. For a half a second, I thought it was Transmetal's Cheetor. For a half a second, I actually had to look at his hands. I know it's hard to see on camera, but I need to look at my other. Let me see if I have one handy. Yeah, I've got a couple more right here. I don't know that I've noticed that artwork in the back. I've heard that the cards are different. Yeah, see, the card is different on this one. That looks more like your traditional Dinobot. The sticker is the same. So somebody had told me, and let's check this one out. Somebody had told me on the Arc that if you peel back the Arc, yeah, that's the classic Dinobot on that one too. Somebody in the comments had told me that on the Arc cards, if you peel back the stickers are all the same, but the cards are different. And I guess this just proved it right here, because that sticker is completely different. Yeah, that is a completely different card. The sticker's the same. I misspoke. The sticker's the same, but the card in the depiction of Dinobot on the card is completely different from the other two that I have. So it is worth it to peel these back and look at them because you might be getting a different card. That's pretty neat. Now, taking a closer look at the figure himself, here is Rhinox in his alternate Rhino mode. And I have to say, I absolutely adore this. I could be a little biased because rhinos are one of my favorite animals. I absolutely adore rhinos. So anytime there's like a rhino themed toy or a figure or something like that, I really do just fall in love with them. But yeah, Rhinox here in rhino mode is approximately 6 inches long from the nubby tail to the front of the horn here. He's about 3.5 inches tall. Real quick, for comparison, here he is next to Deluxe Class Cheetor, so you can see how they compare next to each other. So yeah, it makes the cheetah look a little bigger than it should, honestly. There you go. You can see how they stack up together. Now wait until we get to the robot mode. They're going to look really, really nice. Taking a closer look at Rhinox here, articulation wise, the head is on a pin right here, so it has a slight movement up and down. It doesn't really do much in terms of posability, but it's there. It's got a little bit of movement up and down, and the jaws can open and close. It's really cool how he's got the opening jaw, but then the teeth are all like chrome silver, like actually really robotic. Taking all the way around look at the actual Rhino itself, you can see all the details. All the wrinkles on the skin are there, and the little patches on the skin, like they have like little markings on their skin and patches, kind of like a person would have. Rhinos have that too, and that's really cool that they added that all in there. You've got the painted, I'm going to call them toenails because I don't know what else to call them, but there you go. You got the detail on the bottom of the feet there, just kind of going all the way around. He's got the little nubby tail back there. It's molded in. It's not going to move or anything like that. Yeah, looking really, really nice. You can see some robot kibble on the bottom there, and you can see those weapons stored right there. Now, this is hard plastic as compared to the Thrilling 30 version, which I don't have on hand. I do have it, but it is like just buried deep in one of the bins in my storage. So I don't know where the heck it is right now, but I do remember that figure being a lot more rubbery. This one is a lot more solid plastic. So I guess we can comment on that real quick, because I know that this figure has gotten some criticism, right? Especially when compared to the Thrilling 30 version of the figure. I am kind of coming in fresh on this because it's been a couple of years since I played with that figure. And like I said, it's in storage. It's dug in deep. I don't know where the heck it's at. And I just don't have the time to go digging for it. So maybe if I had that figure on hand to compare side by side, maybe I would feel a little less positive about this, like much like other people online have felt. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Then again, I am biased because he's a Rhino. But again, so I'm coming into this kind of fresh, not having messed with that figure in a long time. This is kind of like a new figure for me, and I am really, really enjoying this. Now, that being said, in the War for Cybertron series, we've gotten some really nice, let's call them simple yet smart and satisfying transformations. That's not the case with this guy. This guy is fiddly to transform, so just know that. So let's do that. Let's get into the transformation. We'll back it up, and we're going to start right, come on, focus in. We're going to start, where do we want to start? Let's start right back here. So we're going to take all these panels. This is all just going to start unpegging. These panels here, you kind of want to push in. There's a little, see the little tab or the slot right there? There's a tab inside of this panel that went into, so you just kind of want to push that in to untab it, and you can see the little slot right there. And then these untab, and then these untab. We're going to come up here to the top and untab these as well. We're just going to start separating the whole back of the body. So these are going to open up, take the back half of the Rhino, and just split it up. And you're going to see that the weapons are pegged in. You can see this one down here already unpegged. And there's a little hole right there, peg a hole right there on what is going to be the inside of his knee. And you can see it pegged up there as well. So you can just untab that, pull them out, and just kind of set them off to the side. We'll go ahead and, these are, oh, that's a first. That's never happened before. Look at that. If things are going to happen, they're going to happen on camera. So you just pull these off. They're pegged together like that. These don't spin or anything like that like the T30 version did. These are just static, but there you go. That's his two weapons. We can set those off to the side, and we'll continue. Now, the back part here, we're going to pull this back up so that we can kind of get these feet out. And like I said earlier, you really kind of want to keep the instructions on hand. This is not going to be the easiest thing to explain because it's so fiddly. This is just kind of one of those, you just got to get in there and do it and learn it. Take the little tail part here, the upper part of the tail, unpeg it and fold it down, and just kind of try and separate these legs as much as possible. So, okay, how do we want to do this? It's really weird because it doesn't feel like the fit and finish are not right on this. There's a lot of parts that actually kind of hit and rub each other while you're transforming them. So we're going to want to kind of bring this down and rotate these. So what we want to do is we want to rotate this part around and over so that the outside of the armor is facing out from here, while at the same time getting around this knee piece. This piece right here that you see angled right here, this needs to be straight, right? So that all kind of has to happen. See how that's straight right there? And then you kind of want to bring this over. But you have to work this piece. You have to work. You see how it's catching on that green corner right there? You just kind of have to work it around that to get it out like that. When you get about halfway, bring the Rhino leg up, rotate it 180, and then bring it in the rest of the way. And that's going to allow you to bring the foot. Now I've lost track. Oh, get the foot out real quick. The foot is tabbed right here. Just untab it, bring it out, and straighten it. And as we come down, you saw how that as we come down, this piece just kind of rotated into there. Tuck that in, bring this down. This is supposed to tab there and there, and it's not really like the tightest or the strongest. Sometimes, depending on how you tuck that in there, the tail will fit a little better. It's kind of, yeah, again, the fit and finish, not the best here. Get this little piece out of here, and then this armor piece is going to rotate around. It kind of soft clicks into place, at least in my copy. You're going to see this as I move around with them. This is just going to slide forward again. So, all right, let's attempt to do that again over here. So we want to work this around, straighten that out, get the foot out, untab it. I tried to explain it, but it's really kind of one of those, you just have to get in there and do it. Untab the foot, bring it out and straighten it. Tuck in the rhino foot and bring this down, and then close that and tab it into place. And there you go, there's just legs. All done, at least for now. Well, no, not for now, they're done. Okay, so there's just legs. So that's really kind of like the hardest part of the whole figure right there. The rest is relatively simple and intuitive. So let's see. Let's work on the chest plate here. We're going to bring this out, open these up, and then close it right back up again. There's 2 tabs right there, 2 slots there, and that just closes and secures right there. Bring this up as far up as you can, and that's going to allow you to bring this green piece out like so, and then this piece has to rotate back out again like that. So you see how we went from this to this. So it's a kind of a double hinge. So as you bring this green piece out, this bottom hinge is going to come up like that. There you go. That's what we're doing. Bring the rhino head. Oh, I didn't mention the jaw. Well, I did. I think I did, right? The jaw opens and closes. Anyway, bring that up. Rotate his head around. And then the whole back piece here is just going to kind of hinge down and just kind of sit right there. Finally, take the bottom part of the front legs here, turn these around, take the little cream piece, pop it open. And here's another part. So we're going to rotate the fist out, and both of my fists, this thumb catches on the edge of this piece right here. So again, it feels like the fit and finish was just not completed on this guy. Like the parts for him here on the fists, and especially down there on the legs, they just don't seem to fit correctly. You notice what I'm talking about here with these little leg panels, how every time I try to move them or pose them or anything like that, they just kind of pop off and spring forward. Finally, we're going to take these little pieces right here. These are on a double hinge, so just kind of angle these upwards like that and just bring them up to kind of fill in his chest right there. Let's get them all nice and straightened out. And there you go. There is Rhinox in robot mode. And here in robot mode, he stands approximately 7 inches tall. And again, I think he looks great. One more time, because I don't have him to compare, a lot of people are saying that his head could have been sculpted better, and that the T30 version, the head looked better. I don't know. Again, I don't have the figure next to me for comparison, but I do like that head. I will admit that doesn't look exactly like the head from the original cartoon. It is a little different. Maybe this one is meant to look more like the show we're going to be getting in Netflix in a couple of weeks. I don't know. Maybe that's the case. We'll find out. But anyway, overall, I think he looks really good. I like this figure a lot. I know a lot of people don't like it. You see what this is? This part drives me crazy though. You see that? Every time I mess with them, those panels just shift forward again. They're supposed to be back. That's really kind of my, other than the fiddly transformation, which, I mean, we've had fiddly transformation robots before. You kind of get used to it. That really, when pieces don't stay in place when you're trying to pose them, that really is kind of like the thing that drives me nuts about these figures sometimes. But yeah, taking a look at him all the way around, he looks really good. And, you know, not a lot of hollowness. I mean, if you really want to look, you can find them. But he does a really good attempt at trying to hide all his hollow spots and not a whole lot of backpack. It's a little different in that the original design, the head splits open to form the chest. So the top of the rhino head is his back, where the jaw opens up to form his chest. And this one just kind of gave us like the fake chest, and you can see the bottom jaw still up there. It's kind of a different take on him. I like it. Okay, articulation-wise, head is on a ball joint, up and down, side to side, and inquisitive tilting. The shoulders can go forward and backwards. They can go all the way around. They can go in and out at this hinge up here, which can break it up a little bit if you, pose them oddly. If you go to the front like this and then you open it up, then you can see that hollowness right there. You also have kind of like that shoulder forward and backwards there due to transformation. You have a rotation at the elbow. You have a bend at the elbow. Nothing at the wrist really, unless you want to call that because of the transformation joint. If you want to call that articulation, I guess you can. It's up to you. Rotation at the waist, and it is going to be hindered by the backpack. You would have to move the backpack for some poses. These panels are obviously articulated because they won't stay in place. It's a soft, it's like a soft tab or a soft click, and mine is just way too soft. Hips forward and backwards, in and out. Rotation at the right above the knee. I'm not going to call that the thigh. That's right above the knee. Bend at the knee. Actually, a kind of a double bend at the knee due to transformation. And then the ankle tilt there. And you can also go forward and backward a little bit. Helps you with posability. Not bad. He's fiddly. But I think he's a good looking figure. Really, it's these panels that drive me the craziest about the whole thing. Another point of contention that people have had with him are the weapons. So he's got his spinning Gatling guns, but there's like no body. It's literally just the spinning part and the barrel and then a handle. There's like, it really does kind of look like my friend Patriot Prime said, they kind of look like pinwheels, right? Now, for storage-wise, you can just, there's little posts or rather ports right here on the side of the backpack, so you can just kind of tuck them back there. If you don't want to pose them with his weapons, there you go. You can do that. And you can actually kind of angle them down. If you want to pretend those are jets, you can. Which, back in the day, that's what we did with toys. We would pretend. We would do stuff like this. I mean, we would take Hot Wheels cars and open the doors and pretend they were wings and they could fly, right? And we would take guns and put them on figures' backs and pretend they were jetpacks. So this is kind of evocative of that. I think it's cool. You can pose them right there. You can kind of peg them on the back and pose them. And now Rhinox has jets. His backpack has jets. He's Rhinox, the Rhino. That doesn't work. Okay, now let's give him his weapons so you can see what he looks like with said weapons. And again, yes, these kind of look puny, and they look like pinwheels. So another fair, I think, point of contention with this figure has been that these weapons just look terrible. However, our friend Larkin from Larkin's Lair is here to save the day. So I'm going to put a link to these down below in the comments down below or in the description below. These are 3D printed extensions for these weapons made by Larkin of Larkin's Lair specifically for this figure. And these are absolutely amazing and really kind of fix the only problem other than these thighs. They fix the only real problem with this figure, which is these weapons. So let's pop these off. I said pop. Oh, my goodness. That has never happened before, and now it's happened twice in this video. Maybe a spot of glue or a spot of polish there to hold them in place a little better. Maybe, I don't know. All right, let's get both of these weapons off. These are super cool, so check these out. And this is molded to fit. You can see both the little peg and the handle right in there, and they're actually going to clip in place just like that. And check that out. That looks so much better. So now we can give him that. And we'll have him pointing that way. And we'll do the same on this one. Snap it in. You can hear that kind of that soft snap. So go to Larkin's Lair Etsy page and support Larkin and the wonderful work that he does for the Transformers community, because check that out. That just looks absolutely amazing. That is so cool. So yeah, very, very cool. Real quick for comparison, let's get him standing right there, and let's get the rest of the team in. So here we have Primal and Dinobot. I'm going to try to get the whole team in here so you guys can see what they look like together. We'll bring in Cheetor. We're going to have to back these guys up. Let's put Rhinox right there in the middle. We'll bring in Cheetor. We'll bring in Air Razor. And finally, let's bring in a little Rat Trap. Let's put him over here. There we go. Check this out. That looks so cool having the whole team together like that. Check that out. I absolutely love the way that looks. Yeah, fantastic figure. Again, because I don't have the T30 version on hand to compare, maybe that is what is not spoiling this figure for me, and I'm kind of coming in fresh, and I'm really enjoying this figure. No, it's not a perfect figure. It has a fiddly transformation. The transformation is not the most fun transformation, but once you get past that, it's got a beautiful Rhino mode, and I love this robot mode. And if you get these guns and sections from Larkin, there you go, a fantastic, beautiful figure that's going to look great with the rest of the Maximals team. And I think that about does it for the Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Voyager class Rhinox. What do you think of this figure? Let me know down in the comments. Give me some thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you're notified when I upload a new video. I've got a donate button up there if you want to hit on that. I certainly would appreciate it. Please share with your friends if you like what you see, and I'll talk to you next time.